Get ready to do this thing we call Tuesday.
No, we're not.
Quiet on the set!
You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Virginia. In no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch, no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right, bringing you our own brand of news right here inside Shroud Avatar 5 days a week. Not including this week. We'll be taking the holiday off.
A few days off, yeah.
A few days off this week.
Yeah.
That's right. And of course, we hope you're all taking some time off and getting away from the work thing to spend some time with family. But yes, for those of you who are out there, welcome to today's show. Thanks for joining us. Yes, there is a new little patch. Version 700 is hot off the press at 11:30 this morning. So if you want to join us, please patch up and come on in. Otherwise, let me start off by telling you, of course, that we are the only show on the air here in Shroud Avatar that invites you, the audience, to come join us every single day, talk about what's going on in your world and how Shroud Avatar, or come join in the commentary of what we're talking about now.
And that's not only join us in game, that's also join us in Discord. And you can always get to us in Discord by going to discord.me/NBNN. If that's too hard, go to nbnn.info, click on the Discord button, or download that all-important app for your phone, the NBNN Soda App.
Avatar app, that's right.
And then you can turn around and you can find all kinds of Discord links in there, and you can join us that way as well.
Just click the Discord button. It'll give you all the registered Shroud and Avatar Discords that are out there. And
the ones we care about,
for
anyways.
the record, it is Tuesday, November 21st, 2017. Just for those of you guys who may be watching us on replays and need to know what day's show you're watching. So, Jack, what do we got today? I know Dark Star posted missed questions, always fun.
Yeah.
We've got
lots of stuff. Those patch notes are huge, too.
The Dippy Bird has actually broken the silence and made a post.
Lies until I read it.
All
lies until I read it.
And where should we get started today? You want to start with the ever-long patch notes and tell everybody what's going on out there?
The patch notes coming to you live at 11:30 p.m. Someone messed up a little bit.
Yeah, somebody messed that up all across the board.
And not only that, but in-game list is playing from a future version. He's on build 701. But build 700 came out this morning, and it updated. The chat window is now cleared when exiting to the main menu, and fixed an issue where skills like Soothing Rain and Illumination, should we call those golden showers, could sometimes cause performance issues due to visual effect stacking. Yeah.
I tell you, I saw a couple interesting.
They fixed an issue.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, it was great for generating massive amounts of lag inside of a scene. They fixed an issue with teleport scrolls not working after the first use.
Yes, there's no mention of the recall scrolls, though, so I'm curious. I'm hoping that both of those were fixed. And
Well,
it's not
sometimes
that they didn't work.
yeah.
If you had the icon on your taskbar, you could use them. You just couldn't drag them. You couldn't put them on your vendor. You couldn't trade them. You couldn't move them. They were locked in your your backpack, as it may be.
I would actually have to sell some teleports and recall scrolls in order to experience that issue, but I didn't have any sales
Eagle,
yesterday.
thank you for the cheer. Thank you for the bits. 100 bits from Eagle out there. Luke Land.
Awesome.
Thank you, my friend. One of our biggest supporters out there.
Oh, yeah.
Always
And
good to
for
see
some
you
reason,
supporting us.
I'm still hosting you, so they're off of hosting you.
You have to /unhost, yes.
I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be automatic, but it still doesn't always work that way.
Yeah, don't trust those automated systems, man. You know,
yeah, Twitch.
Cyberdyne systems, man. They're gonna take over with those automated systems.
Yeah,
and everything goes to shit after that. You know the story.
Hey, so do you like my professional streamer look with the hoodie and the headphones on top of the hoodie? Yeah.
You got the Unabomber look going on there. I tell you what, you know.
Hold on. If I want to do that one,
shades
properly.
on earlier, or did your lenses just clear up? Is that what it is?
It's the transition lenses, man.
Okay, that's what I thought. They were darker when you came in earlier and sat down, so you had the sunglasses look. And of course, now that you're back in the room with no light,
you have to love transition lenses.
They've come a long way. That's all I can say.
Oh, yeah.
I remember having a neighbor who got them, and it used to take like an hour for them to transition. You know, she'd come in and, 6 o'clock in the evening, and by, 8 o'clock, they were still just starting to get light.
Well, you know what? Sometimes it's like I wear sunglasses at night. That's what the song told me to do.
Future's so bright, I gotta wear shades.
Gotta wear shades.
That's right.
I know. Yeah.
So what do we want to start with? Again, a lot of great information coming out of the studio down there, and these guys are just on fire lately. Just keeping up with
today
things.
The last day to do the survey that they just sent out the other day?
You know, I haven't been checking the data in that because so many variants of surveys lately have been out all over the place, and this survey shit's just driving me crazy. Looks like there's at least 3 variants of the Shroud the Avatar survey that I've been able to ascertain or wrap my head around.
Well, 4 variants, really.
Is it
because
4? Okay, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt on 3, so...
So you have to remember that I received the first one. I did.
I never even saw that one.
You never even saw it, and I did that survey. And while doing that survey, I did it multiple times because you know what? I received multiple emails for the multiple accounts that I have. But on 2 of the surveys that I did, it was like quick and dirty. Then the next 2 were a completely different wording. And now version 3, which everybody received, fill out the survey by November 21st. Then version 4 is fill out the survey by November 27th. I'm looking at my emails right now. Okay.
Yeah. And again, each one of these had its own shelf life, as it may be, and I filled out one as I went through them. I looked at the questions and I went, man, well, again, the way you place them.
You've only played the game more than 50 hours. You didn't.
Yeah,
like that?
when you ask me, 75 hours, is the max you give me. Geez, I've got thousands, literally. 12,000 plus hours logged in via Steam. Okay. You really got to take into account folks who play and play hard, and I'm not alone here. We've got a massive audience out here who are a bunch of diehards who are here as often as they can, and
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You wouldn't know anything about that.
No clue what you were talking about at all. Never heard of it. What is this game that you're talking about?
This Shroud game where you run around and you collect cloaks for a living. That game.
Oh, yeah, something like that. Then you turn around and sell said cloaks on Shroud Marketplace.
It's a great game, you know.
I may have been there once.
Yes, and we're being facetious for those of you who are not familiar with our humor. Fruck, you look awesome, buddy, of course, as always.
Looking beautiful, nice and sexy.
He's taking that hospital robe to the next level. Is that the hospital robe?
You could always right-click on him and go to examine.
Dress. Okay.
And then you can see exactly what he's wearing.
Yes, he's wearing a peasant dress.
Oh no, it's the peasant dress, man.
It's got the split in the front there. It'll sort of look like hospital robes opening up. You're giving us just a little too much of a... Yeah, from my view, it looks like you got a little something hanging out down there.
You don't like the way he's man-spreading?
It looks like I can see his man spread the way he's sitting from my view right now. That's all I got to say.
So I need to pan my camera down so that way I can get the fact that he is wearing underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it. Well, you see, the problem is my pipe is like clipping through my...
is that what it is? The pipe's clipping through down there? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's...
From my visual, it looks like something's hanging out down there. But
get someone on that.
Yeah.
That's okay, yeah.
I put this outfit together especially for this. I really like the sandals with socks.
We'll thank Gix for the...
Sandals with black socks. That's the important thing. Sandals with black socks. Because sandals with white socks, not as cool. But sandals with black socks, the way to go.
That's Florida, man. That's my territory. Sandals with white socks.
See,
sandals with black socks is Texas and California, right?
Well, I'm glad you like it.
Anyway, moving right along.
So we do have stand-up corner from yesterday. Don't forget stand-up corner is where the devs say, hey, I worked on this yesterday. I'm working on this today. Something random gets written down, eventually gets posted to the interwebs, and we get to interpret it so you don't have to.
That's right.
So over in the art department yesterday, Bob the Builder.
That's funny, Bob.
He said he was working on clock towers.
So I can get up there as my archer and pick you off one by one.
Yep. Damon. He was working on bugs. And Dash. Visual effects. He's so fast that you can't see him. Fletch. Working on the bugs. And the ice staff.
The ice staff. Isn't that going to melt in your hands?
Well, yes, unless you add a little salt to the ice, and then it won't.
They're going to coat it with the M&M coating?
Yes, they will. That sugary shell is going to make it worth it. Whereas the Ugly Fist working on new NPCs.
Yay.
And Norgard Barbarians. Whereas Reed
Rollo.
Still figuring out how to hang some plants.
Need some hanging plants.
Yeah, over in design
from my greenhouses.
Yeah, over in design Beezus.
The bees.
Working on bugs.
Bug.
And release 49 recipes. The Sea Wolf. Working on Elysium Mines. Dan the Man
Brennan.
Updating Chillblade's Compendium of Pain and Suffering and Bugs.
Bug.
And release 49 start. Whereas Sanyo, he's working on the bugs.
Bug.
And Quest, Lum the Mad.
Bug.
I was waiting for something for Lum, but obviously you're not going to do that today other than bug.
Bug.
The single solitary bug that's involved in all the quests.
Yes.
Just one.
The
just
one
one
bug.
And release 49 start. Sorcerer Steve, he's decided to conquer some bugs.
Bugs.
And world building. The Energy Vortex, List Rostov,
Bugs.
Bugs, and Swamp.
And loot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's trying to figure out, is talcum powder really cancerous? I know
No,
there's that court
the
judgment and
latest
everything.
survey
Yeah.
shows your shampoo is going to cause your death.
Oh, my shampoo?
Yes.
It's a good thing I need it.
Yeah, I tell you. See, that's how it starts. That's exactly how it starts.
It's a funny text exchange I saw earlier. It's like, Mom, my boyfriend has dandruff. What do I do?
I don't know. What do you do?
You give him Head and Shoulders.
Boo.
I know how to give head, but how do I give shoulders?
Boo.
Boo. It was much funnier if you could read that in
You
like
had
mom
to
voice
be
and daughter
there.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over in tech, Dr. Bobby
Dr. Bob. Little Bobby Thompson.
working on some bugs,
Bugs.
whereas Eric's working on bugs.
Bugs.
JY
JY.
working on some forearms, and Cabana, the Wizard Smoke, working on some puff passing around some bugs and crafting, and release 49 start. The Deathbringer, one and only, working on bugs.
Bugs.
There's NFG Rock.
The Rock. Rock.
He's getting polished all over and working on some in-game maps, assets, additions. Then over in Studio Services, Andrea working on the bug forums.
Bug.
Barrick working on the weekly update and the live stream and moderation and contests and surveys. The Attenwood, he's working on sanity testing and bug forums
Bug.
and sequel sales. KX is working on,
selling sequels now already?
No, so
I know.
what they do is they plan their sales out and they put they design a sequel statement to automatically put everything on sale at one point in time. And so, yeah, it's easy. Whereas KX is working on patch notes and CS direction and forum metrics and player town account support. Serafina working on a weekly update and contest post review and customer service.
Yeah, wonderful customer service.
Yeah, and for some reason, like inside of like OBS, my mic seems to be a lot hotter than normal, and it's like I don't know why.
I had to tone you down, man. You were in the red over here.
I don't know why.
You
don't.
were blowing it out earlier. Anyway, moving right along.
I didn't change any settings, man. Unless the cat did it.
It's all the cat's fault.
Yeah, I'll probably have to just unplug it and plug it back in later. Whereas over in Useless Overhead, the Dippy Bird.
The bird.
Working on some bugs.
Bug.
And crafting. And Wake Up New Britannia interview.
That's
And
right. He
tree
was on
removal.
this past Saturday.
Yeah, he was. Then Gorn working on metrics
Metrics.
and physical goods and the Leeds meeting. The Lord British hanging out with us in Discord in text chat. But at the same time, you know what he's doing? He's playtesting and Jira entrying and presentationing and Leeds meetinging.
Taking care of business.
Yeah. Whereas Sasha's working on general business.
Business.
And then last but not least, the Dark Star working on weekly update and airy fund crafting and live stream and Jira and Q1 schedule. Woo! Airy fund crafting. Woohoo!
Yeah. It
Hey, Vex, you there?
I'm here.
Here. I know.
What is
I saw a little teaser. I don't know if it's been posted publicly. If the new stuff's been out there yet.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. The new thread is posted as of this morning.
Oh, very cool.
Oh,
very cool.
yeah.
Let's
We got to go to the Make a Difference store.
Yeah.
Master of the Forge thread.
Gotta go grab that real quick.
And I just wonder if Lord British is going to let Star run away with this thing, man.
I don't know. I hope he does something. So we do have some updates. Woohoo! Pretty damn Oh, jeez. Wait, did the Gray Chaotic Rain of Death get an upgrade?
You know,
Yep.
it was really interesting, and Thex was
Gray
telling
Pine
me
Elven
last
Woodwind
night,
Longbow of Necromancy plus 16.
You tone it down, and you get better weapons. Apparently,
Yeah,
Thex, you
funny
want
how
to
that
tell
works.
us a little about
Yeah.
this? The Airy Funds Master of the Forge coming up here in December. The
Indeed.
developer crafting competition and charity auction.
Yeah, we're having a big crafting competition for the developers, and there's also a community portion of that too that got posted this morning. So, if you guys want to add some items to have their own little mini competition, there's a forum post there as well. And Bodhi Arc has already dropped some stuff in there, which is fantastic. But yes, the developers are crafting some items for us in the Christmas holiday to be able to auction off and help us at the Airy Fund keep our lights on in 2018. Help us pay for operational expenses and our fund and all that good stuff that we have to do as a 501c3. But yeah, we had an original set of Dark Star gear that went up there, but he had crafted it at plus 200 crafting skill. After some deliberation and some feedback from the community, he decided to
Mining from the community.
yeah, he decided to.
I don't know how
take
they
all
would
those
not
down.
want a chance to get their hands on that. I just don't get that, but I dig it and I understand. So
Yeah, so he decided, okay, I'm going to scrap all that stuff that he made, and he had spent a few days making the original set, and he's like, okay, well, I'm going to scrap it. I'm going to knock my crafting skills down to levels. I think around 120, he said, where players could actually rise to that level relatively, well, not easily, but
we've
by
got
playing.
several players in the community who are at that level, so.
Right,
and
so you
beyond. So we know that's feasible.
and he
Absolutely feasible.
absolutely he recrafted everything. He said he worked all weekend again, I got all the new gear yesterday. I posted it this morning, and oddly enough, man, some of those items I think, in my opinion, even got cooler. So
Very cool. Very cool.
It's funny how that works.
Well, so things happen for a reason, but I'm just scrolling just to give people an idea how many items are actually out there from the one collection, and we are expecting to see several of these collections out there, and of course,
List is actually demoing some of his stuff for me right now here in the alleyway. Looks pretty awesome.
Right now, I'm looking at Bodhi Arc's stuff, and it is pretty damn sweet.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time on that, blew up a lot of stuff, he said. So definitely do check that out. And,
it's a lot of stuff.
From the Airy Fund's perspective, I mean, we don't do a lot of direct fundraising for ourselves during the year, and this is really cool that the developers and the community are coming together to help us out, so we can keep doing more community causes and fun things in 2018.
Well, this is the first direct fundraising cause for
Absolutely.
the Airy Fund. Of course,
Yes.
for the past year, we've been helping everybody else, and of course. Again, to keep the lights on, keep the doors open, and make this thing happen. And again, a lot of great things happening behind the scenes for the Airy Fund. And as we continue to bring you these community events and stuff like this. We're going to be bringing you a lot more, so stay tuned. 2018.
It's going to be a great thing. That's all I got to
2018 is
say.
going to be a great year all around, I have a feeling.
Yes, it will be.
Absolutely. And again, thank you to the community, because we do this for you and we're here for you, and we're here because of you. So thank you.
Absolutely. Gamers helping gamers. Don't get any better than that, folks. Really don't.
No, it
So,
doesn't.
Jack,
And-
want
yeah.
to talk about some questions, or you want to discuss what Chris has got for everybody?
I want to
out
go with
there?
the Chris's update. I mean, just because he has it. I mean, so it's been over 2 weeks since he updated. 3 weeks since he updated it from 10:31 to 10 or 11:21 or 11:20 is when he actually updated it with the tap 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 tap. Anyone still checking this?
Tappity.
Okay, after a few weeks off due to a crazy busy release, I'm jumping back into my daily blog. So first up, go donate to his Mustache of the Avatar, which is off of Movember. I'm tired of Dale Cooper and Star getting all the monies. And then, so today has also been crazy bugs as we get ready for what we hope is our final patch of the release. Some people, especially on Max, reported worse performances for release. I'm hoping this is fixed in today's build. That was the short version. Here's the long one to kick off my return to blogging with some tech stuff. We're generally CPU bound on most boxes. We used to rely heavily on dynamic batching of graphic elements to reduce draw calls. That means that if there were 20 cups in the scene, it would make one new mesh that contained all the chairs in it and push that to the GPU instead to reduce the draw call count. Draw calls are generally what kill graphics performance, not poly counts. Well, about 6 months ago, they switched to using graphics instancing on the GPU. That basically lets them push one model for the chair to the GPU and then a list of places to draw it. This is far more efficient, as it means we don't have to batch the meshes on the CPU. After some testing, Chris turned this off for release 48 because it actually seemed to hurt performance in most scenes. Well, turns out that how much this helps or hurts depends on your system. Many systems, especially Macs not running on Metal, saw huge decreases in performance. So dynamic batching will be re-enabled in this patch later today, crossing our fingers that this fixes most of the performance issues. Draw calls.
Yeah, it's just the slightest little thing, and again,
Well, that's one where we also have to realize, hey, early access, they are testing, they are trying to figure out what's working better versus what's not, and you know what? We still have release sometime in Q1, hopefully.
Are we still of the opinion that they weren't following Unity's rules to the T from the beginning? And if they had been, do you think things would be smoother?
Well, I think from build to build, it would have been smoother. But as they replace assets like like in Owl's Head and the Hidden Veil, where they're still using a lot of Unity 4 assets, as they go through and they actually revamp the Hidden Veil to upgrade it and fix the performance issues in the Hidden Veil, that's where we will see substantially replacing a number of assets. And then from there, had they followed 2.8T, some of those best practices from that one PowerPoint presentation that I saw years ago that I can't find again.
Optimize every step of the way. Don't wait till halfway through. Wait till finish. Every chance you get, optimize was Unity's. Yeah. So I'm just curious whether and again, we'll never know the answer to that question now. But,
no, it's one where it's and a lot of the systems that have been placed into the game were placeholders. it's like, okay, here's something quick and dirty, and we're going to come back to this later on before release. And so that's where some things were in there that just weren't working very well. Now the real question is, does the Chaos Tree, is it still missing a spell? Yes, it is.
Is it what?
And the Chaos Tree is still missing a spell.
The Chaos Tree. I never even get in there. Let's see. Yes.
Still
missing.
Still missing a spell.
I think Subterfuge is also missing. It is. Picklocks.
Oh yeah.
Is
yeah, Picklocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, something that I would love to see is weapons have different type of damage types, and then armor have like different bonuses based off of different weapon types.
Well, again, I would like to see the implementation of a couple things that they've spoken about. Of course, items that get sold off of the public vendors being added into the loot table. Or anything. Anything sold off the public vendors.
That means that we would end up with a bunch of people that lost.
Well, it would make the stuff a little bit more relevant, and it would make them pay more attention, because when you lose 2,000, say, metal scrap that you were asking, a couple thousand gold for, I don't know what happened to you. You just went dead in your mic. Yeah, he's gone. He's there, but he's gone. Oh, I'm gone. That's what it was. Woohoo! We'll be back in just a minute. Seems like our Discord just took a crap. So let me switch over here. Okay, I'm over here on Zoom, since Discord seemed to just take a crap on us. Or on me. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, Discord definitely just died. I had to open my mic inside of Zoom as well.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Hey, you know what? Backups. Now it's just me and you. Nobody else can talk.
Well, it's not just that. Of course, one of the things to people, again, redundancy, things, we have backup plans. So when something does take a crap on us.
Backups.
We have a redundancy on the redundancy. That's right.
Other than the soundboard, I mean, that's the one thing we really don't have a lot of.
Well, actually, we did. We had, you had one, I had one, and
yeah,
we have several different versions and variants of it, just in case. The one that's working now, we have no clue why it's working, where it's being called from, but it's just working, so we're not worried about it.
It's doing something. So we do have questions from release 20 whatever 48.
I wanted to finish what I was saying. There's a couple of things I would like to see, of course, implemented was the loot from the public vendors actually being put into the loot tables. And weapons that will become named after, again, they've said, you kill 1,000 elves and it's an elf slayer. You kill 100,000 and it becomes the named item. But I'd like to see that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But moving on to some questions. Do I have the questions loaded here someplace? Yes, I do.
I'm looking for them right now.
I do. They're right up there on screen.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for them. Release 47 post-mortem questions that were missed. I'm kind of sad that Discord hasn't come back up. And if only we were Discord partners.
You're
my what?
Professional streamer thing is not really working well because...
Oh, it's not? Okay, fine. Okay, so we do have missed questions from the Release 47 telethon. Hey, I can hear a little better now.
Yeah, I bet you can.
Cryo to Cry wants to know, I've noticed that more group-centric items have been added to the game with regards to aggro. This appears that structured group content is going to be refined. If so, what is going to be done to make NPCs more tankable double crit instant kill. Currently, high tier NPCs can two-shot any character in the game. This is not a fun mechanic and does not encourage people to start tanking, especially at the high levels, due to XP loss. Chris responded with there will always be some creatures that will be able to two-shot crit kill players, but those should be only the most powerful. Over the last few releases, I have been balancing, aka nerfing, some aspects of player defenses to make combat a bit faster, but no similar balancing has been done on creatures. Also, to some extent, we've been using creature damage as a crutch to make them more challenging instead of adding new abilities and behaviors. And this is one where I actually have to interject. We have to remember that the AI of the creatures is relatively limited. And it's one where as soon as you start to learn the patterns of, hey, you know what, the troll's about to stomp, so get around behind him or jump in the air.
It's or like get the hell out of the way. That's right.
Yeah. Because he's got that tell, so you learn to go by that tell. Yeah. But by the time they go live, Chris hopes to have more balance and more behaviors to make them interesting without most of them being a two-hit kill, crit kills with no counter. Cryo to Cry also wants to know, with the last release, Polearm has been brought in line with Bludgeon and is sitting in a great spot. Unfortunately, the changes to Fireflies have made swords lead both Bludgeon, Blug, and Polearm by roughly 30%. When will swords be brought in line with the other two melee classes, as the critical hit is extremely over budget in that tree? To also include that Vital Point seems to be erroneously set to 1.2 million to GM versus the 4.8 million that all other innates for weapons are set to. Swords are intentionally the most damaging since they do not have other elements like stunning, super high max crit damage, or as much debuffing. They do have bunches of bleeds.
Slice and dice. That's right.
Yeah.
Bleed
and
you to
Scrota's
death.
calling me, so let's answer the phone.
Let's see what Scrota wants. He's
Hey,
going,
Scrota,
why
you're
can't I
live.
find you guys in Discord, man?
Well, Discord is still loading for both of us right now. Yeah. So, I mean, if you're listening to our stream, you can hear us talking. We're in Zoom right now. We just opened up the mics there. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So did Discord come back up?
No, not on my side.
Not on my side either. Yeah. So we'll figure it out eventually.
And of course, again, if you're watching the stream or listening on the radio, none of that should have changed for you. But when you use Discord as a crutch, that's what happens, folks. Yeah, you use Discord, go, I can go listen to the show in Discord. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Bad things happen. Bad things happen occasionally. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Where was I at? Oh, let's see.
We were talking about swords with Cry to Cry. Yeah.
He's got a couple more questions. I think it's like 10 more questions from Cry to Cry. Torque Doll's crafting components are really cool, but can the drop rate of the weapons or the salvage rate of handles be drastically increased? And then I'm sitting on 5 mace heads and 2 axe blades, but only achieved 1 handle. Reasoning for this would be the fact that both polearm and mace use the handles. The other options would be to make Torque Draw drop a weapon every kill. The handles offer very high bonus, so they want to keep them rare.
I was just going to say, these are supposed to be rare drops, and you're asking for, let's make them more prevalent for everybody. As it is, I see these things all over the place, so they're not as rare as people would think they are. I mean,
and so this is one where it's like, we have to take into account like player bases and everything else. That, I mean, realistically, there should probably be only like 5 or 6 in existence right now, if they were actually rare, but they're not.
Sociopathic Gleamer, latest patch is 700.
Yeah, 701
Thanks for
will
joining
be
us.
out shortly, probably in a
Later
day.
on this afternoon.
Yeah. And I'm still trying to connect to Discord.
I'm
so
going to
I have
laugh
no idea.
if 700 is the last one until next release.
Oh no, no. Remember, what did I say last night?
Yeah, well, that didn't happen.
Hey.
And Chris's post yesterday was
it
working
kinda
on
did.
the last patch, hopefully. So hopefully this is
didn't
the
I
last patch.
Didn't I say something about 701 and then what patch number is list on?
I don't know what patch number is list on.
701.
Oh, I didn't. You
Yeah.
think I'm reading that?
Well, he said he's coming from us from the future.
Where did you see that?
Right before the show started. It's like we were talking about patches and everything else, and then he teleported into us. Yeah. I mean, if he's listening to the stream, it's like he could type it in that he is on 701.
Yeah, where's he gonna type? He's not. Yeah, Discord.
Oh, yeah.
No Discord.
Hey, if he's listening to the Twitch stream, remember.
Twitch TV.
That's right.
I think they'll listen. I think he listens on the radio.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to listen. But anyway, moving right along.
Yeah. The funny part is they're talking about, like, what's going on?
You could actually talk in game because we are in game. That's right. Yeah.
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 Let's
Instance closing. We're not going anywhere. We're
Yeah,
not
that-
going to
that-
be.
that was
We're
a-
not going to be here long enough to bother with that.
Yep. So, Create a Cry, another question. After much crafting to achieve a blind proc on a weapon, the effect ended up terribly underwhelming. It's a 10% chance for 10% debuff. Could this be brought up to 20 or 30% to justify the 40 durability to enchant? And
No.
then they will examine the numbers, but blind is a fairly powerful effect even at the lower numbers. Chris says, remember, the cost of the proc is just the loss of a single other type of enchantment. We have to balance that proc as being roughly equivalent to +5 strength, not to make it as powerful as Ignite weapon.
Yeah, everything this guy's asking for is like, can we just have more Uber stuff? Dude, no, balance. I mean, come on.
Balance. Yeah, I'm back in Discord
I'm not.
so far. Yeah, you'll get there eventually.
Yeah,
So
I can
as soon as we get back in Discord, or you get back in Discord, it's going to be like we're both going to be echoing really badly.
Echo.
Then let's see. Cry to Cry also wants to know: Can we get stack duration for buffs back for longer buffs than 10 minutes? Let's see.
We have some that actually
No.
stack longer than that, don't we?
The actual cost of casting heat stacked buffs is the same to cast them. This is only a factor when you are in combat. Having a buff that is almost always cast out of combat that you would charge would just mean everyone would do it, and that we should just make all versions as powerful as the full charged one, and we're not going to do that. This change was also made with the intention of reducing defensive power of players to help speed up combat. Yeah.
Not gonna do it.
Another question from Cry to Cry. The T2 material changes, it appears all the wood products got missed. That or their bonuses are terribly out of balance. We did indeed not balance the wood components as well as we should have. This is fixed in release 48.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Yeah. What happened to 3 questions? I mean, isn't people not?
Well, these were missed questions.
I
there was no
understand
limit.
that, but you're
Yeah.
supposed to be limited to 3 questions. I
hey,
mean, what happened to enforcement of this? I mean,
He didn't get the memo. He decided, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to
go for it.
bombard
Go
him.
for it. Excuse me.
Yeah. Is there any plan to improve crafting? Yes.
Yes.
It is commonly accepted in the community that tames are not worth the investment of skill points At like all aspects of the game, taming will continue to get balance passes. Yep. Chris believes it's currently a little underpowered, but he also believes that no matter how powerful it becomes, players will still complain that it is underpowered because they are comparing it to UO taming, because you could tame dragons and just let every 5 of them
Hey,
slaughter
that was
everybody.
not easy to do, even in UO. So just because everybody was able to do it doesn't mean it was easy. It took a long
Everyone
time
spent
to
a lot
get
of time,
there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Will there ever be a way for players to achieve titles like Knight or Lord?
No.
No and yes. No, they will never be able to attain the Knight title or the Lord title, but they will be able to earn titles post-launch.
Well, they beat the bush on this one. Of course, they should have just answered his question. Knight and Lord are pledge titles, and the only way to get those is through a pledge.
But titles will be earnable. That's why I had to answer that my way. That's why I had to interpret the news. Yeah, but you know what time it is?
I do. It's time for Discord to kick in so we can get back to normalcy around here. But I guess
there
that's
is
not
no such
gonna.
thing as normalcy around here.
I guess that's not gonna happen today. Of course, this is Lunch with Laz and Jack, and nothing is normal around here.
Nothing.
Nothing is normal around here.
Yeah, so in Discord, they're like going, man, where's Laz?
What happened to the show, man?
Laz's Discord still hasn't loaded. Mine has. And Thex, that radio silence, are you just referring to Discord or are you referring to Twitch as well?
He's referring to, yeah.
And he said it in Discord. Which
I can't get anything out of that, so, yeah. Looks like we're seeing all sorts of lag here. But anyway, moving right along.
NBNN Soda App available on all of your electronic devices. Unfortunately, my phone is way over there, being plugged in and charged on my wall. But the NBNN Soda App is available on all of your electronic devices, from your Apple iTunes Store to the Google Play Store to the Amazon App Store. Just do a search for NBNN Soda or Shroud of the Avatar, and you should be able to find the NBNN app. It's got all the best links to everything related to Shroud of the Avatar, including our Discord channels whenever they're actually working, to, the Daily Britannian, which is updated 7 days a week with all the greatest news related to Shroud of the Avatar, including a little bit of everything else, especially that community calendar.
The NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendar. That's right.
And what is that community calendar thing there, Laz? What is it?
I just said it, didn't I?
Yeah, but what do you mean by community calendar?
Yeah, technical difficulties over here.
Oh, okay. You're trying to fix things. Okay, but the community calendar is an aggregate of all of the available community calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar. And if you have a calendar related to Shroud or a Gmail account and you want to start adding some events, you can always message that guy at news@nbnn.info, and eventually he'll do something with it, and eventually I'll get to read them off. And don't forget, all times on the community calendar, Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia time.
Nude Britannia time.
You still have time to message or mail your in-game nudes to nudes@nbnn.info for that all-important NBNN holiday calendar. Because you know what? You need a new calendar for the holidays. Then don't forget 12s and 6s around the clock. You need to tune in your ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB. Yeah, this is getting bad over here today.
And listen to two idiots interpreting the news on a little show called Lunch with Us. And what are you referring to as getting bad?
Yeah, the pages weren't loading. The video was getting choppy. It seems to be back now, but I mean, everything was lagging and it's still lagging.
Oh.
I think it's because Discord is just sitting there. Actually, it's Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud
of the Avatar stealing up 30% of the processing power, pushing my CPU to 91%.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that to truly become multi-core, multi-threaded.
Taking
That'd
up
be
half
awesome.
my memory processes.
Yep. At 2 p.m., you can always join Paxlayer and Sean Silverfoot for the Town Manager Hour and learn all about the Paxlayer boroughs of towns. Unfortunately, my favorite town is no longer listed as Sea Nymph Grotto.
It is
no longer Sea Nymph Grotto. It underwent a name change. I don't understand it.
Still
Sea Nymph
says
Grotto
Sea
needs-
Nymph Grotto on the
Hey, I need my
the
Sea Nymph
town
Grotto back.
formerly known as Sea Nymph Grotto. How
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah. Is that what it actually says in the jury?
No.
No, that would be hilarious. The town formerly known as. At 3 p.m. this afternoon, you can always meet on the overworld map outside of Owl's Head and join Wintermute Offcoff for the EVL Euro Dungeon Crawl. At 7 p.m., the EVL Guild is also doing a dungeon run of The Rise with Gretchel leading that one. And that's going to be called the Monster Mash Dungeon Run.
Monster Mash.
Yeah. If that's not your thing and you'd rather do the challenge dungeon, you can always join the Jade Dragons and Malhari for the dungeon run of Chilblain's Compendium of Pain and Suffering. And that does meet in Braemar. In Braemar, which is in Owl's Head. And for some reason, I always have whenever I hear the word suffer, I always start mentally listening to a Fear Factory song. I forget the name of it, but I do know it says Suffer Bastards a lot in it. At 7 p.m. on the Ether Amplifiers is the 70s at 7. And the final event of the evening is also on Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB.
And that is the Record Room. And that's our community calendar of this November 21st, Taco Tuesday in Shroud of the Avatar.
Tuesday in Shroud of the Avatar.
Yeah.
Avatar.
And everybody inside of Discord's still like, man, Jack talks a lot.
Yeah, well, you know.
And they're all
everybody's
quiet.
trying to figure out what's going on there and why Jack's talking. Well, why are you talking in Discord and Zoom? I mean,
open mics in both, man.
oh,
Open mics
okay.
in both.
I guess when it popped back on, you automatically got it.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
That is correct, sir.
That would make sense. Absolutely. Now, of course, with that all said and done, it's about time for us to tell you about the good folks who help keep us on the air here. And, of course, let me be the first to tell you, this is taking forever. I don't know what's eating up this processing power today. This is terrible. So I apologize in advance to all you folks watching because, the video is horrible. Yeah, I'm sitting there still pointing at the camera.
I don't know. Looks fine on my screen.
Yeah, I'm moving on your screen. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you are. Yes,
All right.
you are
Anyway,
moving on my screen.
You're watching Lunch with Laz and Jack here on NBNN. And, of course, this is just not working. There it goes. Very fun. Play for a cause today. Check out what's coming up here in December. We'll be telling you more about that as we get into December. The charity auctions are coming up. And we'll have more on that after the holiday. And these are just not moving today, Jack. Just not moving.
I've got them all on screen, so.
Yeah, it's it's like OBS is just locked up on me as well.
I couldn't tell you.
Anyway, with a little luck, we've got audio as well. If not, I'll have to be ripping it from you today, so we'll see. But yeah, it looks like OBS is taking a shit. I'm not getting any levels out of OBS. I'm not getting anything else out of there. So we'll just switch back to whatever we can here, and hopefully that'll go where it's got to go. Or not.
Don't forget Don't forget other sponsors. We also have to thank the Britannian Mining Company, and you do need to go out to the town of Black Rock Cove and venture through all the shops on Market Row for all the BMC sanctioned prices for all those core base materials.
Woohoo.
If you're looking for some Shroud of the Avatar swag, you can always go to relicsbyrilled.com and use the discount code of NBNN to save 10% off of those all important things like that shirt that Laz is wearing, that patch that's on his hat, all kinds of great swag available from Relics by Rilled, including the NBNN I love this shit bumper sticker, which you do need to get one for your vehicle because you know what? You love
Get it for your
You love
vehicle,
this
get
shit.
it for your laptop, get it for your computer.
Yes. Scrota's a music service where you get Scrota for an hour doing all kinds of weird things. $5 off of Shroud Marketplace. Or
Get
Coil
you
More Wands.
anything you want.
Yeah. Coil More Wands, putting the magic in your hands. He does some very awesome custom crafted wands. Every single one is an exceptional crafted wand. Everything, it really does put the wood. It really does put the wood in your hands. And last but not least, we also have to thank the Shroud Marketplace, which is the best place.
ShroudMarketplace.com.
Yeah, that's right. ShroudMarketplace.com, the best place to go. If you're looking for real money transactions for anything and everything related to Shroud of the Avatar, over 85.
Shroud of the Avatar.
Over 85 players registered as vendors on Shroud Marketplace. And,
Ooh, what?
and Slipstick Humor had to say that the name of the song was Martyr.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, then his aunt worked at Roadrunner. Man, I would love your aunt. Don't forget that over 85 different player vendors. Every single vendor is responsible for setting their own prices, maintaining their own inventory. And you know what? Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related, from accounts to game gold, coins of the Obsidian, all the way to artifacts, rares, crafted items. If you're looking for teleports and recall scrolls, you can get them at Shroud Marketplace from either that guy or this guy. We both sell teleports and recall scrolls on Shroud Marketplace. And if you're looking for some awesome coupons, go to the coupons at the top, click on vendors, and then from there, you know what? Look at that all-important great thing, because you've got two different vendors with coupons out there for their shops. Cynic's Legio Gaming with their 10% sale for Zindik's birthday. Just use the discount code or promo code birthday for anything on Zindik's Legio Gaming shop. Or if you're looking for Seder Stinky Sewer Shop, you can use the discount code of crap to get 10% off of all the crap that Seder has scrubbed off the things that he's selling. And you know, Shroud Marketplace is also the best place to find some of those services that are very important to everybody, including some leveling help. If you want to go hunting with a GM miner, you can get a mining run with him. That's from MG Unity. If you're looking for some general adventurer XP, you can always contact Mao's Power Hour or Armelian's Gold and more for more information. If you're looking for some in-game cheese sign writing, you know what? Wolfdom Shop.
Cheesy writing.
I know. It's like, not only do Laz and Jack promote it, we are also customers. We are
That's
clients.
right.
Yeah.
We have our own cheesy writing right here on the lot. You can come check out the work they do. And, of course, it is perfection, even in Runic.
Oh, yeah. Even in Runic. It is so awesome. If you're looking for an in-game wedding, you know who to contact?
This guy. Weddings and more by Laz. Not just weddings, but a whole lot more.
Yeah, that's right. Weddings and more by Laz, including a lot more stuff. Yes. Go check out his shop on Shroud Marketplace. You can always just do a search for Laz. Weddings and more by Laz. Yay!
Yay! What more do you need to know?
I know. It's like, I need that Fire Dancers outfit. Can I get a discount?
I don't know. Can you? Don't you
Probably
have
not.
like 20 of them yourself?
I don't know what you're talking about. But if you're looking for all kinds of stuff, including, you know what, yours truly is selling a tax-free keep lot deed and a village lot deed, all kinds of other things. You can check out my shop as well, because more than likely I'll have a Black Friday sale of some sort. More than
Yeah,
likely.
don't forget Arius's Black Friday sale
Oh, yeah,
happening
in-game,
coming
yeah.
up in game. And with that, it's about time we wrap it up here today,
Yes.
Jack.
Yeah, we do have to thank the most important people out there. Those of you that had to suffer just through me talking on Discord, because you know what, Discord
Absolutely.
crapped out in the middle of the show for some odd reason.
Don't know what happened there. Of
Yes.
course, I had a little stutter, so I'm sitting here in my own little instance by myself since I had to restart the client. But of course, we got to thank
yeah.
you guys for joining us, listening in, and of course, having a good time with us. And we invite you to come join us every day right here at noon inside Shroud Avatar in Discord. And of course, throughout the day, you can come join us. We hang out here, not just doing the show, but we're here all day long answering questions, helping folks out, and just having a good time. So, meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and roll on out of here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Jack, anything else before we go?
No, thanks for watching out on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia. We couldn't do the show without you guys, and we do it for you guys. So thanks for hanging out with us.
That's right.
Yay.
And of course, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN with Technical Difficulties Tuesday. We'll be back with more tomorrow. So stay tuned for the latest news, sports, info, entertainment, crazy, wild happenings, hijinks, and shenanigans right here inside Shroud Avatar. I don't know how it happens. Anyway, see you all tomorrow, folks.
Bye-bye. We're clear, everybody.
We got all sorts of screwy things going on today.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. You're gonna have to check out your Twitch to see